Alright, we're back with more Standard on Arena, and we're playing more of one of my favorite decks in Standard, one of the best decks in Standard before rotation, and it certainly seems to be remaining strong after rotation, because Esper Pixie has gained Momentum Breaker as a new thing it can bounce and replay, and it's also gained a very nice sideboard card in the form of Spell Pierce, and another one in the form of Grim Bauble. In fact, I'm actually going to quickly add another Grim Bauble. Or maybe a lockdown. So Esper Pixie, of course, all about bouncing and replaying your stuff. Very powerful deck. You get to bounce your Hopeless Nightmares, your Stormchaser talents, your Momentum Breakers, and your Nowhere to Runs with your Pixies, your Fears, and your Town Ain't Big Enoughs. That's a lot of value to get. Really good at putting on strong aggressive draws with Optimistic Scavenger. Really good at grinding out the late game with Overlord of the Balemurk or Stormchaser's talent, looping Town Ain't Big Enough. And of course, Kaito is an amazing tool against all the slow decks in the format. Let's get into some games. Alright, this is certainly a keep. Very nice hand. Turn 1 talent, turn 2 bounce it. Turn 3 Kaito, bounce our fear. Even have perfect mana, a rare thing in this deck. Oh, they're playing a Monument deck. Monument notably... Wait, no, this isn't Monument. Whenever this creature enters... I thought this was a different card. I've not seen this card in years. Whenever this creature enters, whenever another creature artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. What an interesting card. Goblin deck? Yeah, I guess it must be. Exciting. Yeah, red, black sack, or goblins. Goblins is pretty exciting. Oh, what? Alright, now we just don't have any idea what's going on. I worry this Kaito is just about to die to this Slick Shot, but... Oh hum. Could be worse. Momentum Breaker's nice. Overlord is a good card. I worry it's going to be a bit slow and unnecessary against my opponent's deck. We already have a lot of late game going on here. Yeah, I guess it has Inherent Trample. That's a good point for monstrous, for like pump spells that aren't Monstrous Rage. Like if they have the +3/+0, it's going to be really nasty, right? Oh, they also just have Monstrous Rage on their Trampler, sure. Oh, Kaito's still on 1, so that could be worse. Yike. Okay. I don't want to just kill this. Then hit them with Kaito. Look for an untapped mana to kill another thing. Oh my god, this grows. The Fusiling. The Fusiling's doing work right now. Neither of these are untapped lands. Well, please don't kill me, opponent. They don't kill me, I can probably never lose after next turn. But... okay. Oh no, the Fusiling's something they can sack to my Nowhere to Run. The 7 damage? Oh, are they gonna kill my Kaito? Okay, it's only 4 damage. Could be worse. So I just cast Nowhere to Run and then say go, I guess. Oh, I can do it in their turn for a prowess trigger. I guess I could run into another Monstrous Rage this way, but oh hum. Okay. Target this Screaming Nemesis. What? Interesting. It's becoming a 2/2, right? I can reset this Fusiling, get back this Nowhere to Run. Block this Fusiling and take 5. Yeah, it's +4/+2 with the Fusilings. It's pretty sweet. Opponent's doing some cool stuff. Alright, well, let's kill something of some description. I can go nowhere to. Oh my god! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, I can. I still have one black source, which is all I need. I return this Nowhere to Run, and then I say go. Otter gets to block Fusiling. Beer gets to block Show Off, and we have Nowhere to Run open. Beat a Trick or a Nemesis. I'm feeling like somewhat safe here. Block this, block this. I'm very happy to pass the damage here. Okay. Alright. Get Kaito going, I suppose. Surveil 2. Frivolous Nightmare kills them somewhat quickly. Yes, I can keep it. Here's another Fusiling. I'm just gonna Momentum Break at that. And then, yeah, opponent sees the writing on the wall. The Momentum Breaker can even gain us life, which is pretty sweet there. Alright, we are against red pump spells. Certainly want these Grim Baubles. Certainly want this temporary lockdown. Spell Pierce can be good. It can also go dead kind of quickly. I'm like pretty unsure on that card here. Fix's Command is probably nice. Nice to have main deck life gain. Yeah, definitely is. Try this, maybe. It is possible I should have more than 2 Grim Bauble. My card is quite nice. It's these kinds of decks. There's the hero. Unfortunately, did not draw a white land. Draw this lockdown. We discard Free from Flash. Alright, here comes the Needlehead. Gonna go ahead and Momentum Break. I'm like pretty happy for them to lose either of these creatures, so I'm gonna save my Go for the Throat for later, I suppose. There's another hero. Immediate punish with the Seachrome Coast off the top. Would have made it better to just wait and cast that, but you know, here we are. Uh-oh, that's very spooky. They're also not killing me, but I don't know how we really beat Case of the Crimson Pulse going along. Indeed. I wonder if I have to board in Destroy Evil. Wow. Currently wishing I had a... I keep meaning to add or thinking about adding an exercise to my board. Obviously it would be amazing against my opponent's list. Interesting. I have to sack this just to find anything to do. Yes, I do. Definitely getting rid of both of these. Alright. Let's go Nurturing Pixie. Up the momentum. Play the momentum. They sack a hero. The good news is, with them having all these free mana things in their deck, getting beyond the play, if we get an aggressive draw, it's going to be tough for them. Oh, this is so sick with the +2/+2. Interesting. Alright, they hit me for 2. Guess I'm just gonna do this. My pre-lockdown is looking so bad this game. Actively heinous. Do I want Spell Piercing against all these like forges and cases? Probably, yeah. I assume I do. A little bit slow here. How nice of them to not attack for lethal, I agree. Very generous. I don't know how I want to board. I'm worried like just going super Overlord on removal is just kind of rough against them. Like obviously Lockdown's going to be really good in some percentage of the games, but God, Overlord would have been great that game. I don't think I'm allowed to board it in though. Kind of like the tracker. Yeah, I was also thinking of that. No pressure. And lots of lands. But two very good spells. I don't want to mulligan. It's a really sad mulligan though. Now, this is no removal, but there's almost certainly a keep. Okay, they do have Leyline? How do they fit everything in that deck? Genuine question. I have zero idea how they fit all their cards into their Magic the Gathering deck. They're playing 60. Wait. They're playing 61. Okay. Oh. Is their deck just a whole pile of Terminates this game? Make me wish I did have the trackers and overlords. 61st. Yeah, they play a singular Leyline. Just the one. You never really want to draw a second after all. Okay, they didn't kill anything. Nice. And they missed the land rope. I'm so baffled right now, y'all. What is even happening? It's my lucky Leyline. Exuberant Fuseling has entered the arena. Let's go. It's here to party. I don't hate the super aggressive go for the throat here. Ooh. It's a nice card too. Like, get my prowess trigger. Get in for $1 million. I guess they could have turn inside out. They haven't shown us that one yet. Okay, apparently they have turn inside. How do they fit all their cards? I am so confused. I am like so baffled right now. Okay. It wasn't a... Yeah, if it was a Cacophony Scamp, I would probably have not cast that Go for the Throat. Maybe I was just not meant to cast it regardless. Based on what happened. Interesting. It's not the scariest card in the world. I'm being completely honest. Just bounce the ley line, but alright. I'll take the win. Deeply puzzling experience for all involved. Alright, we'll keep. Turn 1 talent, turn 2 fear. Always a nice time. When it's on blue-black. Okay. I think I don't want to. Well, maybe I do want to attack with my Otter because I have Momentum Breaker in hand. Is this a good trade? My Otter is definitely better than the Siren. But my Momentum Breaker is more of a real card if the Otter trades off. Okay. Alright. Ooh, that's a nice one. It's probably gonna die, but oh well. So be it. Counter on this Otter. I could grow this Otter. I think I'd rather grow either the Fear or this, not put all my scavengers in one basket. And in for 7. Obviously this means opponent can get Kaito down, but I can't say that Kaito is particularly imposing at the moment. Oh my god, it's old school blue-black. That's so wild. Very mastermind, where have you been all this time? Cool. In with the team. Wow, this starts your engines even if it gets Tidebinded? That's crazy. That's so weird. It's like a state-based thing and not a trigger or something. Something's going on there. Yeah, it happens as a state-based. Wow, that's so wild to me. Pretty good Bloom trick. And yet, probably not good enough. I don't really want to throw the Scavenger to its death, particularly. You start your engines when you steal something. That is also wild. Learning so much today. I'm pretty sure day-night is state-based. Yes, I don't hate scrying. Immediately finds the fear of isolation that could have bounced the hopeless nightmare. Details, details. Luckily, the sphere of isolation's pretty strong. Dimir. On the draw against Dimir, Kaito's like quite a bit worse, right? Entity Tracker's probably nice. There aren't baubles. It kills Mastermind. I might just want Gixes. Bauble seems fine. We already have like plenty of removal though. I think. Yeah, you want to bring in Bauble to max out protection against Kaito. That's pretty fair. That's a reasonable point there. Yeah, we like our removal being enchantments against them because we're boarding in the trackers. It's tricky. Tricky. Alright, to bounce this Nightmare. Then discarding a Tidebinder is probably good for us. Our answers to a Curiosity are mostly just to bounce it a bunch, I imagine. Curiosity is definitely a bit spooky. It's probably the card I'm most scared of out of their deck, if I had to guess. Oh, opponent. Opponent. With the missing a land drop strategy going on over there. Can't say I recommend that one. Play a blot out. True. I keep thinking about the card Exercise, although I can't imagine I would ever board an Exercise against blue-black. Oh. Bounce Nightmare or Mastermind? If I bounce Mastermind, they can't Kaito me next turn. That's probably correct. It's not a land. Oh, that is a very nice card. Let's just go for Fear of Isolation, Double Nightmare. I guess I could have also gone to Overlord, Fear of Isolation, and that would have been pretty phenomenal. You already have 4 spells in hand, and they're losing 2 of them. Interesting. I guess I just do this with the Overlord. It's like a little sad. I don't know. I might just go Stormchasers, hold open nowhere to run, and that's pretty good too. I want to cast this on 5 mana, I think, this game. Seems like that's going to be exceptionally hard for them to deal with. I'm going to hold back my 2/3 to block. Oop. Alright, hopefully that final card isn't Curiosity. If it is, I feel like we're going to be fine. So, okay, it is not. It's something much less exciting. Just cast the Overlord. They did show a Spell Stutter. Also, we drew a Pixie. Yeah, it could be Counterspell. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just bounce this Hopeless Nightmare. Okay. Interesting. They have free fairies. I guess this just resolves. And then I can kill this Mastermind. Nice. Very, very nice. 2-0 Pixie. Well, this is the same hand but worse, and I guess I'm keeping this time. Cool, cool. Yeah, resolving the stutter just doesn't achieve anything, right? Or resolving the nightmare just doesn't achieve anything from our perspective. And from their perspective, they're meant to cast it, because if they stop us resolving it, they at least don't lose 2 life. So it's correct for them to cast it, and it's correct for us to not pay for it. Even though, you know, from both people's perspective, that looks exceptionally weird. Alright, as we just gotta maximize damage here. In a desperate attempt to kill them before they get their stuff online. Alright. Play this Nightmare. Get those prowess triggers. Okay. Binding and Otter, sure. Whew. You love to see it. Spell Pierces in. Kaito in. Nowhere to runs out. Trackers in, probably? Do we want these Destroy Evils? Oh, I hate that, Oklahoma. Welcome. Yes, the Destroy Evil's good. Probably better than Go for the Throat. Need to cut 2 more cards. Do we actually want trackers in this matchup, or are they just like too slow? They might be too slow and fair. Yeah, momentum's unreliable. True. I worry with no nowhere to runs and no momentum breakers. We just don't have enough ways to trigger the tracker necessarily there. Guess I'll try it. I'm a little bit worried about it though. Alright, game 2. This is certainly a keep. Can try to counter their beans. Nice. Common Spell Pierce W. You do, in fact. I love to see it. Any bean counters. Very good. Please don't put a Baloff in play. I guess if they do, we have a Destroy Evil. It's like fine. But it's pretty annoying. I don't really want to... The main phase town ain't big enough. Potentially deals an extra damage, but... Okay, now we do it. I guess, yeah, now we do it whilst they're tapped out, so that we guarantee get our stuff back. Goodbye, Otter Token. You will be missed. Never beans. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Get it out of here. Ooh, entity. Wait. Oh, we did leave this in. Right. I forgot about that. Interesting. I feel like if I go in on this entity tracker, it's just gonna die. I think I'd rather go Scavenger, Nightmare, and have Tannic big enough open, and then save the entity tracker for later. Because, like, they definitely have interaction of some form open at the moment. Oklahoma with the sub. Thank you for supporting me and my content. Thank you so much, Oklahoma. Really, really nice of you. Oh yeah. Another Elspeth Smite. Wild. Sure, my otter is gone. I think you'll find you have one card left in hand. Sure. Everything that's happening right now, this is just classic Domain, right? When they don't have beans in play, their deck just kind of doesn't do anything. I should get their final card. Discard a card, draw a card, a classic. Ooh. Kaito, you say? That's this nightmare. Let's go. Let's go. We beat Domain, the worst matchup. 3-0 today with Pixie. You do love to see it. Well, this is nothing to bounce. This is literally the same hand, right? I'm not imagining it. I'm not gonna go to 5. I guess I'm just gonna hope to draw a thing to bounce. Maybe that's greedy, but if we draw a single bounceable, this hand becomes ludicrous. See, it was fine. All we did by mulliganing was lose a land. Alas, uh-oh. God, Dread Knight is so annoying. Yeah, I wanted to add Anoint to the sideboard for. I'm probably gonna have an Anoint in my sideboard for the RCQ this weekend, I think. Alright, let's hit this Dread Knight. What is going on? Also, opponent could definitely have used the adventure in their end step, right? Oh wait, no, it's a sorcery. What am I thinking of? There was a mechanic that worked that way. I can't remember what it was though. It's that Golgari positivity. Saying that a card in Golgari is annoying is not me praising Golgari. Let it be known. I just want to pump this. Or do you draw a card? Well, I feel like I'm okay just doing this. I just want to push damage, right? I don't really care if they're drawing a card. This way I get in for like 5 this turn. I can bounce their follow-up threat. I have a creature land alongside my board here. They're losing life from their card draw too. Wow. Okay. Sure thing. Sure thing. There's less time before the PT for this set format. Do you think they'll have much of an impact on the players? Yeah, the ones that are like a week after, or whatever, a couple weeks after, you just see a lot less innovation at, just generally. But I think the sweet spot is having the PT like 3 weeks into the format, or maybe 4. Because that's the sort of range where like people have enough time to mess around and discover new decks and tune decks, but they're not like all that stuff hasn't already been found, you know? Oh, Oklahoma. Did I just see a donation there? It's not showing up on my notifications for some reason. But thank you so much for the donation, Oklahoma. That's really, really nice of you. Heck yeah. I wonder why it isn't showing up. I'm gonna go look at stream elements in a second. You rock, keep up the awesome content. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content so much. Definitely very much intending to keep it up. Golgari. Golgari, Golgari, Golgari. What are my thoughts about the Spotlight series or whatever in Denver being focused on Dragonstorm Limited the day Dragonstorm releases? I definitely prefer it when limited formats are not the release day format. I don't know. It's so hard to prepare for in like any meaningful sense, right? Pretty tough from that perspective. Oh, I want to take out Hopeless Nightmares. They're probably bringing in Balefs. Do I want to have a Bauble then? Just as another 1-drop? It kills Elf. Or I could just have the Skixes in. Yeah, I agree, Callie, I agree. I'm not a huge fan of that, but... Look at my stream elements. I wonder what's wrong with its notifications. This hand is elegant. This hand is an incredibly sad keep, because it's not... Sadly, this hand has like 0 pressure involved. I feel like pressure's pretty important in this matchup, but we can kill the first couple creatures at least. On that note, I guess. Activity feed, there we go. Hey, there's the Baloff I was talking about. What do you know? How funny. I really worry that I'm going to kill this Baloff and they're going to cast a Shoulder and I'm going to feel mostly sad. Oh my gosh, I wish Stream Elements would give me a way to expand my alerts. Alright, I'm just going to replay the donation message because I want to see. He sifted through all the popular creators and streamers and I'm the best one on YouTube. It's not even close. Oh my gosh, Oklahoma. Oh yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. Yeah, my YouTube's been receiving so much positive feedback. Very, very nice to see. When do players get to see the lists for Pro Tours or open deck lists? Can't actually remember specifically. You certainly get to see them in the actual game, like before your matches. I feel like all the deck lists are released at the start of the tournament, but I might be wrong about that. I'll get this Pixie. Oh, Overlord of the Balemurk's really sick. Of course, this Preacher's spooky, but... yeah, here comes the Preacher. Here comes the Elf. Well... I guess I'm gonna go impend my Overlord. We get back a Scavenger. Oh, is it the start of round 4? I didn't realize that. Also, Corey, hey, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, Corey. Alright, let's just kill this elf, I guess. I could save this nowhere to run and try and do something cute, like nowhere their creature when I block. It's really hard to imagine that working out, but... alternatively, I can try and make this Pixie a 4/4 next turn, and then it can block pretty cleanly. I draft on Arena or just with the team for prep. Whenever I'm queued for a PT, I do like kind of a bit of everything. I find like different things are good as prep, right? Where like, okay, jamming games on Arena is really fast. So it's great for just learning the cards and just knowing what the cards do. And then like, once you know the cards, it's pretty nice to do like single elim leagues, especially on Modo, just because you tend to have a lot of PT players prepping in there. It's a good source in that regard. And then like probably all throughout the process you do drafts with your team as well, so that, you know, teammates are going to have like the best idea of like, okay, what cards are good, how should we be drafting these archetypes. You know that you're playing against people who are going to draft well. You get a lot of good feedback after the games on top of that. And then but you kind of want to mix. I think it's really bad just to draft with your team. Like, the drafting with your team is definitely the highest return. But I think it's pretty bad from the perspective of, like, if you're not careful and you just jam, like, 10 or 15 drafts with your team and don't draft anywhere else, results can get kind of inbred. Is the timer next to viewership count how long I've been streaming? Yeah, my streams tend to be pretty short at the moment. I do want to make them longer at some point, but at the moment, they're definitely on the shorter side. Oh, did I have to activate the Anchorage first? I guess this is fine. Today specifically, the stream is quite short because I have to go pick up my girlfriend from the airport in like an hour. Which I feel like is a pretty good reason. Normally the streams go a bit later. By like an hour or two. How am I doing? Oh, I'm doing great, Corey. Yeah, life is good. Hope things are going well with you. Valentine's girlfriend. It's actually really funny. We only realized this morning that technically he's arriving on Valentine's Day. It was very much not an element in our planning at all. So on the play, do I want Kaito? I feel like I do not want Grim Bauble on the play. I feel like Kaito has to be pretty good, right? The Gix's command is also kind of interesting too. Oh, these nowhere to runs are so awkward. I feel like I need them, but also I'm not like happy about that necessarily. Gosh, I hate these hands that have 0 pressure in this matchup. I don't feel like I'm ever allowed to mulligan this hand, really. I really don't love it. Oh my gosh, drawing 2 lands also does not help matters particularly. Yeah, that deck's built to beat nowhere to run in Nightmare, indeed. Oh, they're missing land drops, which is probably good for us. What a weird game. If we drawn any pressure at all, they would just be so dead. Instead, we're just kind of vibing. Alright. Discard another card. Go for it. Absolutely. Entity Tracker, you say? I guess I can just cantrip this nowhere to run. How do we feel about that? Yeah, why not? I just want to find some other things. They might tear us under it. I don't know. They discarded a Dread Knight. Wait, what? Excuse me? How do they discard a Dread Knight? I'm so baffled. How are they not just casting it? Desperately holding open terrace under. Yeah. Maelstrom Pulse. Alright, bounce tracker, bounce nowhere to run. Cool. Well, that sure was something, wasn't it? Oh, we're in the top 250. That's really nice. Won our last 4 matches in a row of Pixie. Close game, yeah. Both players played hard. This hand is very good. One evil. Oh yeah, I wanted an exercise, kinda. Yeah, I should maybe swap a destroy evil for an exercise. Yeah, domain without beans is kind of embarrassing. And obviously domain with beans is very strong. I guess I could have attacked first. How do I feel about trading? I feel like that's probably bad for me. I think Tireless Tracker is overrated. Secret is Tireless Tracker was probably always overrated. Don't tell 2015 Rainy that I said that. Be outraged. Very Siege Rhino coded card. Phenomenal. Please don't put a Will Leaf Legion play. Asking for me. Excellent. Four. I just want to make this a 4/4 to get in as much damage as possible. Or do I want to grow the Fear because it's so much harder for them to block later? I want to grow the Fear. Alright. Like this cage looking spooky over there. Fire off this Hopeless Nightmare. What am I putting this counter on? If I make this a 4/4, they just like can't double block it anymore, really. Sounds good. Makes me feel silly about my choice last turn, but whatever. Alright, they take 7, they go to 6. We say go, and we just need to hold Open Towning big enough forever to counter this cage. Whilst they die to my Fear of Isolation. Salvagers arrived. Okay. Attack with my Fear? I guess it's a little spooky. They get to activate it and then untap and activate it again. They are just going to get to do it next time. It's like pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm not quite at the point where I can bounce it and discard it either. It's in my yard. I have a Fear of Isolation. I could just bounce the Balemurk. Instead of the Nightmare. Alright, grow this Isolation. Get back this Isolation, which gets to recur my Overlord next turn. They need to have an Overlord under here to block. Oh, they're going for a Brightglass Gearhawk? Doesn't this just leave them dead? Oh no, they can still cage. Right, because they have Mirrex. Cool. They need something with flying. Basilisk Collar is so spooky. Alright, there's the Mistmoors. Sure. Kaito doesn't quite kill them. Yeah, I think this game might be slipping pretty substantially out of reach now. Because I have to like stun this Overlord, and then they're just gonna start gaining like 7 and then 8 life, and it just keeps increasing with the Basilisk Collar. Always Overlord in the cage. It always is, without a doubt. I think this green-white deck's so nice. The green-white deck is like very impressive. The few times we faced it in the last couple of days. All right. Indeed, Sophia, I have been thoroughly got. Death Touch Trample with the Gearhulk, pretty sick. Okay, so they get to gain 8 if they want and go to 13. They have to kill the Kaito, obviously. Well, they should kill the Kaito anyway. They gain 7, sorry. They gain 7 and go to 12. Blocking achieves nothing. So currently we have 8, 9, 10. We have 10 damage. Hilariously, another Hopeless Nightmare off the top would have been lethal. Is Stormchaser good enough? Oh, I guess it wouldn't have been lethal because they have this 2-1. Stormchasers can get back. Town ain't big enough. Well, town ain't big enough can bounce their lifelinker. That's pretty sick. So if I attack with the 2/4/5s, they can jump and go to 8. We can return town ain't big enough and say go. Problem is they get to attack with everything. But I think town ain't big enough keeps us alive. We bounce Gearhulk, they get a counter. They get to pump with the Evangelist, so they'll have. But we also have the 2 blockers. Yeah, I think this is the best line we have. Push as much damage as possible. Get back the town. Use the town to bounce the Gearhulk. To stop the life game. And just hope that we don't die here. I could maybe have run the numbers again. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Obviously, they get to lend Gearhulk to tutor. Like a Haywire might, but I don't know if that really does enough. Are they casting a different Gearhulk? Okay. What are they gonna tutor? Find out this game on Rainy the Witch. What will they find? Oh, Nurturing. Oh my god, this is so sick. Nurturing Pixie plus the. Yeah. Yeah, Bright Glass Gearhulk does whip. Card is pretty phenomenal. So. How will you spend my Valentine's Day? I mean, I'm picking my girlfriend up from the airport in like an hour and a half, so. Yeah, I'm excited. You're all nice. Or maybe I meant to bounce this Overlord of the Balemurk. Like last-ditch effort, dig for Pixie if I need to. If I bounce this and I draw an untapped land, I literally will have lethal. I don't know. Magic's so hard. Okay. Oh wait, no, the Pixie is a blocker. Oh my god. I completely missed that the Pixie's also just a chump blocker. Ah. It's very annoying. Interesting. Doesn't that leave them dead to known info? Because I recur town ain't big enough and bounce the flyer and have a 4-power flyer to kill them. Oh, bouncing fear. Oh my god, Sophia, you're smart. I should have just done that. You're correct. Not only does it work, but it was the correct line. Oh no. I guess I get a 1/1 flyer this way. Alright, it's fine. We drew the land, which means we get to go Stormchasers. Yeah. Oh, this matchup is terrifying. It actually feels pretty, like, meaningfully bad for me, I think. They're gonna board in a bunch of Baloffs probably as well, and it's gonna be so sad. Anyway. I don't think I'm allowed to board out these Hopeless Nightmares against them. Maybe I need these Baubles. The Balemurk did so much work that game. I'm probably meant to keep it in, right? Oh, they have Wilt Leaf Leash usually. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Definitely a spooky one. Yeah, they play that instead of Baloff. Just Bauble this before they have another creature to put the counter on. Aw, hey Bo, good to see you. Ooh, a bit of me wants to wait on all my enchantment stuff now for when the tracker's in play. Just play a tap plan this turn. Next turn, go tracker, and then do everything in the entire world. Maybe this is bad, but I think this is probably good. There's also the option of, like, just casting the Scavenger that turn as well. Tricky. Wow, maximum punished. We just drew a tap land anyway. Should have just played my stupid Scavenger. Whatever. Doesn't have Baloff, interesting. That's so wild to me. I guess they figure their matchup against Pixie's already good enough? Maybe? I don't know. Very surprising information. Alright. Put a counter on... If I grow the tracker, it gets to hit them. If I grow the tracker, I'm growing my, like, the thing that I really don't want them to kill, which is maybe questionable. Yeah, being very skilled at drawing lands this game. Alright, please don't kill my tracker or do anything super messed up. They chump blocked, which means their cage can't be too strong, right? It's probably not an Overlord if they're chump blocking there. Oh, they find Reliquary, they get to hit my tracker and make me very sad. Interesting. Comes the 2/1. 16. Alright, next turn they get to kick Paw Patch and Cage if they want. Very funny draw. I can technically kill this Gearhulk now, right? It costs me everything though. I'm not necessarily in love with the idea of. Oh, Wiltleaf and Caretakers? I think it's just too off plan, but maybe it's fine. I think it's just a bit too easy for opponents to ignore out of Caretakers. Oh, Jeskai Omniscience, nice, good job. Yeah, Sarah Paragon is like maybe a legit card. I can see it. Ooh, a Nurturing Pixie as well. Okay. I'm looking forward to like 2 weeks in the future when I can start working on Talent Show again. There are too many like new cards to mess around with first, but what is this? Hey. Interesting. Albajar, cool. I knew it wasn't something too busted. Otherwise, they would have prioritized casting it earlier in the game. Unfortunately, these 2 rabbit tokens make this nowhere to run. Quite unimpressive. And the Overlord's coming into play soon as well. I feel so dead. Yeah. Oh boy. I guess they just get a ton of flyers down. Alright, do this. Bounce this. And hit them to 12. Oh, this can gain flying. Oh no. Oh, that's actually really annoying. Huh, I had not really considered that they can just jump block with their glide car. And then they're going to start gaining life with this color, and I can just never race it. God, this matchup feels like genuinely kind of horrific. Maybe I need more temporary lockdowns? That card would help quite a bit, right? Wonder what you do. Make this matchup good again. Well, I'm certainly keeping this, but it's obviously not ideal. It's fine though. It's fine. Why am I sure hope it does. Which one am I bouncing? Nowhere to Run and Talent are both like pretty legit. Needs to get back to Nowhere to Run. Wow. Yeah, not doing that much. I'm a little bit worried that if I Hopeless Nightmare, that's one of the ways I could actually conceivably lose this game. Maybe they kept a slow hand because of Woodleaf Liege and I'm about to get destroyed. They did not. Excellent. Good talk, good talk. Oh. Oh yeah. Fear of Isolation. You do love to see it. Alright, here comes the Gearhulk. Sure thing. Go for this Hopeless Nightmare. Get our Prowess trigger. Both my critters. And for 4. And then my Isolation could get back this Overlord. I could also just get back this Hopeless Nightmare. Let's do this. Alright, Authority of the Consuls could gain them some life, I guess. They're going to be all in on this life gain here. Hit me for 4. Then you go to 13. Oh, but now I can kill the Gearhulk. Is that just my plan? Hit them, kill Gearhulk, hit them for 7, they go to 6. Basilisk Collar's like pretty expensive to re-equip. Alright, you go to 6 life. Wow, what a beating. Oh my god. I guess I can just like immediately start rebuilding there. Oh my god, entity tracker is so nice, but I assume I just want to do this. Next turn I can replay this Overlord on its hardcast mode, or I can just like use it to play a bunch of beers and pixies, and that's also probably pretty good. Authority split up wombo combo. Evangelist, so good with this collar. Oh hey Silver Label, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Ooh, I kind of just want to go Scavenger. Fear back, there's nowhere to run. Nowhere to run this Death Toucher. And hit them for 4. Yeah, I had no idea it was going to work that way, bro. This is genuinely really funny, the Authority Overlord interaction. So many flyers, bro. This is fine. The thing is, if they block these Sphere of Isolations, I just get to keep replaying them, right? I don't know. Feeling kind of okay about this. I deal one less by getting back the Pixie, but I also get to immediately replay my Overlord. Seems pretty sweet. This is exceptionally silly. Oh, that makes sense, Bo. Interesting. Huh. Now that's a really good comparison. Oh no, they can blow up my Overlord now with the Haywire Might, and then die to my flyers. Oh, Mythic Maria! Hey, good to see you. Nice to be streaming. Oh, the Sheltered is pretty sick, I guess. Uh-huh. We have a town ain't big enough in the yard yet. We do not. Interesting. Do I just want to block this? They get a 1-1, and we lose our Scavenger, but we get our 2-3 back, so it's kind of fine. I guess they then get to give the flyer Death Touch. I think this is fine. They're giving the flyer Death Touch, they aren't cracking this Might, so... Huh. Interesting. Well then. What's this? What's these? Oh, this. Get in for 4. They go to 11. Shoutouts to Overlord of the Balemurk. I'm surprised they didn't kick that. Alright. Is this good enough, opponent? Please let this be good enough. Oh, kind of frisky. Alright. I guess I can't actually answer this Overlord, huh? It's a little bit awkward. Oh, but I have Restless Anchorage. Nice. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done the Tanning Big Enough line, maybe, because I needed to access Go for the Throat. the Overlord at some point. I don't know. Regardless, top 200. Let's go. 5-0 with Pixie. You love to see it, and I'm going to be off now. Thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to follow to know when I go live. I stream most Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Always standard, always in arena. I have a YouTube channel. Link is in chat. My editor does a great job of uploading VODs of my streams to my YouTube. So you can go check out lots of sweet decks there.